Hi everyone. Today we will show a real-life example of analyzing USD inflation and its components using FRED2Vis. So the chart we want to build in the end looks like this. So the line chart is the headline CPI, while the stack bar chart represents its key components. So let's start off by looking for the data first. What happens now in the background, we actually download the entire meta information for FRED database and then build a local knowledge base in Python. Once you enter your prompt here, the LLM will extract key information from it, carry out a semantic search against this knowledge base, and then identify the series ID. It will then make a FRED API call to get the data you're looking for and then create this front end preview you see. So you can see the overall data shape, the frequency, the units. If you want to know more, you can click on metadata. If you want to download the data, you can click on datasets. We also assign a VID system for all the outputs, so you can interact with the system by referring to the data using this VID instead of typing a long name. So by briefly browsing all the output, we noticed everything checks out except V4. We asked for core good CPI. Instead, it gave us core CPI. So let's see what other choices the system can give us for core good CPI. You can enter a prompt like this, show me the top matches for V4. What it does is basically to carry out a broader search for core good CPI and then return a list of candidates for you to choose from. So by going through this list, we notice, it did contain a series ID that is core good CPI. We now basically ask the system to update V4 with this series ID. Now, we can see the V4 is updated successfully with core good CPI instead of, the core CPI it provided in the first place. So now we have all the data. To go from CPI to inflation, we need a small data transformation. So we want the model to convert it from level to change. So once it converted, looks like it actually converted correctly. We can start to build the charts we have all seen at the beginning of this demo. So let's start to ask it to build the stack bar chart first. So we don't want too many bars per month. So we ask the model to first take average within a year. So we will end up with 1 bar per year. And then we want x-axis to be the year, and then we want to use this label as y-axis. Okay, so looks like we now have a pretty decent stack bar chart, but we're not quite there yet. In order to get, the charts that we have all seen at the beginning of the demo, we need a few updates. So what I ask here are 3 things. First of all, remember we want headline CPI to be aligned instead of part of stack bar charts. Secondly, we want to increase this y-axis range so the final bar will show. And then lastly, we want to change the title because the current title doesn't make too much sense. Let's see if the model is smart enough to do all 3 things in one go. Fingers crossed because, Okay, so looks like it actually did all 3 steps correctly. What you end up with now is a pretty accurate chart often seen in economic analysis. What's even better, you will also have a paragraph of insights derived from the data. You can now just take a screenshot of this and share it with your colleague or your clients. So this is the end of our live demo. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.